Hi, thank you for this post. It's a long post, so I want to kind of boil it down to the basics. You really have two things you're asking about. One, whether your supervisor can change your RA on his own, and then two, that he is basically giving you a hard time about your RA, and it sounds like maybe when you're using your situational telework. I want to take the second part of that first. So, if your supervisor or anyone is harassing you because of your disability or because of your accommodation, that's going to be unlawful. And you need to consider filing an EEO over that. So, retaliatory harassment, which is what this would be if it is on the basis of your RA, that would be unlawful. But harassing you because of your disability, including your RA by itself, isn't necessarily retaliation, it is just straight harassment. So there'd be two bases to have an EEO harassment claim moving forward. So I certainly want you to think about that. The second thing, which is really the first on this, is can he change it on his own? Technically, no, he can't. The agency is the one who grants an accommodation or denies an accommodation. And if you file an EEO, they're the ones you file against, not your supervisor. However, if the agency gives him the authority to modify your RA, absolutely it can. It doesn't have to come from the EEO office. The agency could authorize him to make these changes. And sometimes it just happens that way because the manager has changed the RA in some manner, and the agency just accepts that, right? If that happens, then you can file a brand new EEO over that saying, look, you're not providing me with the accommodation that I need. Remember, the EEO is the legal process by which you enforce your rights. In general, the practice is the supervisor shouldn't be changing your RA without approval. But again, as I just mentioned, it certainly can happen in certain situations. And if it does, I strongly recommend that you consider filing an EEO over that, but also maybe an EEO over the harassment due to your accommodation and or due to your disability. Hope this helps.